Hey everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. Today we are going to be discussing Sword and Shield, specifically Sword and Shield base set all the way till Sword and Shield Fusion Strike, the latest Pokemon card set that has just been released. And we're really going to be discussing modern Pokemon cards. What are the prices on these booster box sets right now? Which set should you be collecting long term, keeping sealed, and which set should you be cracking open? Some of these sets have very valuable cards, and we're going to do an analysis on which ones are the ones that are the most likely and the most enjoyable for you to crack open, and which one you should just keep sealed inside of your collection, because Pokemon card sealed products have a tendency to increase in values over the next couple of years. So let's jump right into it. Alright, the first set we're going to be talking about is Sword and Shield base set, the first set to be released with the Sword and Shield video game. This set released on February 7th, 2020 in the English format. It is currently valued at around $180 to $200 US per booster box. It is a very cool booster box because it is the base version of Sword and Shield. A lot of people are going to want one of these booster boxes inside of their collection. Most people are not going to collect every single set that's ever released. That's ridiculous, but some people would like to collect a XY base set, an original base set, a Sword and Shield base set, and just have a base set collection so that they can have one booster box from each of the major video game release. This personal set I would not recommend you crack open. There are not a lot of valuable cards inside of the Sword and Shield base set. It really comes with the notoriety that this set was the first one. You know, it laid the groundwork for all of the other Sword and Shield set to be released. It was the first set to have VMAX cards, so there is some history to it. The most expensive card inside of the Sword and Shield base set is currently the Marnie full art. Marnie is a very popular trainer card and a very popular character that was announced in the Sword and Shield game. Marnie is currently going for around $40 in the full art form. So even if you pull 4 Marnie full art card, you're still unlikely to get the full value back on your Sword and Shield base set booster box. And you're never going to pull 4. It's already unlikely to pull 1. So yes, if you have one of these booster boxes inside of your collection, I would highly recommend just keep it sealed. This is not a set to really be cracking open. However, it is a nice set to have inside of your display case. Next up, we have the Sword and Shield Rebel Clash set, the first expansion set for Sword and Shield, currently valued at around $160 to $180 per booster box. It is getting a little bit more rare. It is actually one of the least popular Sword and Shield set. The main reason it's so expensive is because it never had a major reprint, so there are not a lot of Sword and Shield Rebel Clash sealed products out there. So you can pick one of these up if you're looking to have a complete booster box set of all the Sword and Shield set. This is another set that I don't recommend you really crack open. It was released on May 1st, 2020, and there was not a huge line for it because it was the first set to be released right after COVID. I remember it very well. A lot of people were just ordering these booster boxes online and opening them up directly from home. The most expensive card inside of this set is the $40 Giovanni Full Art Boss's Order card. A pretty cool card, but if that is the most expensive chase card, once again, not really worth it to crack open. There's a couple of other cool full art cards inside of this set, including Sonia, which is also a really cool one. But overall, Rebel Clash is another set that would really focus on having as a sealed product. It is not a set that I would recommend you crack open. Alright, we're moving on to Darkness Ablaze, another really cool set. This booster box is currently going for around $100 to $120 for a sealed booster box. These booster boxes used to go for as much as $180 to $200, but those days when Pokemon hype was at its peak are long gone. The most expensive card inside of Darkness Ablaze is the $50 Charizard VMAX Full Art. A pretty cool card. However, this set is a very Charizard centric set. It's pretty much Charizard or bust when it comes to Darkness Ablaze. There's one major pull, that is the Charizard VMAX card, and there's really not much else in here. It's pretty much Charizard or bust. The odds of you pulling a VMAX Charizard is actually not terrible. it is very possible you can pull one, maybe even two copies inside of a booster box, but there is also the chance that you pull none, and you'll most likely lose the value. This is one of those sets that is a complete coin flip. You would crack it open, and you might get a lot of value, or you might lose your shirt. For this one, I would say give it a maybe. If you're a huge Charizard fan, you can crack it open, but overall, this is also another set that I would personally keep sealed. Alright, next up we have Vivid Voltage. This set was released on November 13th, 2020, right around Pokemon when it was at its absolute highest hype I've ever seen. A booster box of Vivid Voltage currently goes for around $120 to $140, which is very affordable because in spring of 2021, a single booster box of this set would cost you upwards of $200. Those days are long gone because Pokemon has really ramped up production of these booster boxes. This box has been reprint a lot, and prices are actually down to a more normalized level. Some of the older sets like Sword and Shield base are going for $180, but those sets are significantly older than Vivid Voltage. There's a very expensive card inside of Vivid Voltage, which is the Pikachu VMAX Rainbow Rare, which is currently going for around $200. It is a significantly hard card to pull. It is extremely unlikely for you to find a single copy in any given booster box. You can open up 5, 10 booster boxes, and it's still likely that you will pull 0 copies of this $200 card. It is a true chase card, and it was actually rated by me as the most iconic or best card of 2020, a really cool card, and completely personifies the year that 2020 was. There's also a ton of mid-tier pulls that are over $10. Vivid Voltage is the first set to give us the amazing rare cards, so there's a lot of cool stuff inside of this set. If you can pick one up for $120 and you've never opened up Vivid Voltage before, I would say crack it open. It's a lot of fun and highly recommended both as a sealed product and as a set to crack open. The next set we have is Battle Styles, released on March 19th, 2021. Another really cool set. This set is super affordable right now, going for as low as $90. I remember when people were saying the days when $90 or under $100 booster boxes are long past and we're never going to reach those days. Well, guess what? Within the same year, we're back down to $90. Battle Styles. Really cool set. The most expensive card is the $70 Tyranitar V. It's a sleeping alternative art card. Pretty darn cool. There's lots of mid-tier pulls, but the pulls can be very challenging for Battle Styles. Battle Styles is an interesting set. I would say I would compare it very similarly to the X and Y Furious Fist set, which is very similar in terms of theme. They're both martial arts fighting cards themed, and honestly, I think Battle Styles has a good shot of going down the same route as X and Y Furious Fist. And if you look at a price for an X and Y Furious Fist booster box, they're going for much more, but they're significantly older. So we'll just have to see how Sword and Shield Battle Styles do long term. But at $90, I think this is a steal for a very cool set overall. Not the best set from Sword and Shield, but definitely not the worst. I would say it's significantly better than Rebel Clash, and Rebel Clash is going for $160, $180 a booster box. So I think Sword and Shield Battle Styles has some room to climb up in value over the next couple of years. If you're looking for an affordable booster box, this is a solid start. The next set on the main line for the Sword and Shield sets is Sword and Shield Chilling Reign, taking all the thunder from Battle Styles, unfortunately. Chilling Reign is another really cool set, currently going for the exact same price as Battle Styles, which is criminal. You can also find Chilling Reign booster boxes for as low as $90 if you find the right retailer. The most expensive card inside of Chilling Reign is the $110 Blaziken VMAX alt art, and there's a ton of other really cool alt arts inside of Chilling Reign, a lot more than Battle Styles. And given the fact that this set is going for the same price as Battle Styles and has a lot better pulls with more value, this one is a no-brainer. If you had to pick between the two, I would say crack open the Chilling Reign one because same price, more value. Chilling Reign, solid set. A lot of the newer Pokemon from Sword and Shield, such as the Calyrex, the Ice Pony, the Shadow Ponies, lots of cool cards. Overall, a solid set. I would say probably at least A tier, but not an S tier set, because the next set is actually the S tier set. Here it is, the S tier set, Evolving Skies, currently going for $120 to $140. This is the best set to both probably keep sealed and to open. There is a ton of really cool cards inside of Evolving Skies. There's the Umbreon VMAX Alt Art, which is going for around $180 right now. There's also the Rayquaza VMAX Alt Art, which is also going for around $180 right now. And there's a ton of cards that are valued at over $50. There's actually a dozen cards that are valued at more than $50 inside of Evolving Skies. And I did the math, 49 cards that are worth over $10 inside of Evolving Skies. That's a lot of valuable cards. This is a super stacked set. By far, the most stacked set on this list. Like, none of the other sets even come close to this one. Most of the other sets are lucky if they can get even halfway to as much value as Evolving Skies. I mean, one of the early sets we were talking about was Darkness Ablaze, and it has like maybe 5 to 10 cards that are worth over $10. Like, ridiculous. Evolving Skies, great set, totally worth it at $120. You can crack open 5 of these booster boxes and you can have plenty of fun, or keep these sealed long term. And I think a lot of people are going to be excited about this set for years to come, because there's so many iconic Pokemon inside of it. We got Rayquaza, Umbreon, Espeon, Sylveon, like all of the evolutions are in this set. Great set, can't speak enough good things about it. Next up, we have the final and latest Pokemon card set as of the release of this video, which is Fusion Strike, coming in at the tail end of 2021. This booster box is currently going for around $100 to $120, which is the normal price point for a brand new set. If the set does really well, it might go up a little bit in value. If the set does poorly, you might be able to find Fusion Strike booster boxes for as low as $90 a booster box on the secondary market. There's some cool cards inside of here: Espeon VMAX, Alt Art Gengar VMAX, Alt Art Mew VMAX, Alt Art, all going for around $100 to $120. This set has only been around for a month as of the release of this video, so a lot of those cards will actually drop in terms of price. This set already has cards that are cheap or cheaper than Evolving Skies. It's decent. There are currently 27 cards over $10. That's around half of the cards that are over $10 as Evolving Skies, which was the last set. Considering this set is newer, less people have opened it, and the cards are already going for a cheaper price than Evolving Skies, it's a no-brainer. If you have to pick between Fusion Strike and Evolving Skies, I would open up Evolving Skies still. However, this is a neat set and there are some fun pulls. I would not say hold it long term. It is not a set to hold long term as of the release of this video. It's just way too new. I would say there's a strong push over the next couple of months for Fusion Strike to drop as low as $90, and I think we'll probably see that. At $90, it's a fun set to open. You can't really go wrong with 36 booster pack, so it's worth a shot. Most of the sets from this year, I say, would crack open, and some of the older ones like Sword and Shield Base, Rebel Clash, Darkness Ablaze, those are the ones that I would hold off on opening. It's unlikely that they'll ever be reprinted. They don't have a lot of valuable cards in them, and those are the sets that are better to be kept long term. Alright guys, that pretty much covers my review of all of the modern Sword and Shield Pokemon card set from the main series, all the ones with booster boxes. At the very least, you can see that they do have some sort of theming going on with the colors and design, and I do really dig having a whole entire complete set. The whole entire complete set is not that expensive. You can probably buy this whole entire set for around $1,000, which I think is actually not too bad, especially for Pokemon card booster boxes. Some of the older ones can go up to $1,000 for a single booster box on their own. Some of the Sun and Moon booster boxes are reaching that point, Team Up being the most expensive, going for around $800. If you look at X and Y, there's plenty of X and Y booster box sets that are going for well over $1,000. Will these booster box sets climb to that point? Depends. Do you think Pokemon as a hobby will continue to grow over the next couple of years, or do you think it's on the decline? I would say on an optimistic route, I think Pokemon will continue to grow as a collectible hobby, and I do think that there is value to having these inside of my collections long term, and they look super neat on display. They are a fun conversation piece. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.